Video we're going to be discussing the Add to Action platform, primarily the member dashboard area. Help you become more acquainted with the areas within the back office. This is the area that you log into when you're creating campaigns and managing them. If this is your first time logging into your system and accessing some of these areas, we want to welcome you to the Add to Action platform. And we look forward to hearing about your success as you market your products and services on the web. Now, getting started and just on that topic, the more you understand this system and the different options you have as a marketer online, the better you're going to be at marketing your products and services. So these videos that you're watching now are dedicated to help you focus in on certain areas of the system, better understand them, and then they're going to have a lot of tips and some of the different techniques that are used out in the industry with some of these different features that you're going to be able to learn about and know how to effectively put them into place in your marketing campaigns. Now, getting started, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of the back office. I'm not going to, in this video, drill down into the actual items in it. We're going to save those for the other videos, but I want to just have you be familiar when you log in here. Not be concerned about pushing a button, knowing where to navigate, and just what items you're going to be clicking on and using. That way you're comfortable, you feel confident when you're working within the system. To get started, just your basic overview. When you log into the system, you're going to see at the top there's going to be these different tabs going across. One says Campaign, Product Library, Community, and Marketing Center. The Marketing Center tab is an optional tab, and you may or may not have it. But we're going to be discussing these different tabs, what's inside of them, and help you understand how to use this system. It defaults on what's called the Campaign tab, and a campaign is basically your marketing campaign that you put out on the web. If you think about putting out a landing page and it has some type of an offer on it, inside Add to Action and the platform, we call that a campaign. So anytime in these videos that you hear us talking about campaigns, we're referring to your landing page offer. So this is the area that manages your campaigns. Directly below that, there's an area called Create New Campaign, and this is the button that you push to initiate the process of going out and building your campaign or your first campaign. We're going to get into detail on that in a future video. For now, you just need to know where that button is located. You click that to begin the process of creating a new campaign. Directly below that is a list of all of your existing campaigns, and this is kind of cool because you're going to be able to see and scroll through them, and with just a glance see all your different marketing campaigns out there. You might have 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, or over the years may end up with hundreds of them, depending on what products you sell and promote online. And you may wonder today, what would I have a need for all these different campaigns? Once you understand the system, you're going to say, oh, I need a campaign for this and a campaign for that, and you start understanding that, it becomes very valuable in the fact that you can manage all those from one area, and that's very, very nice in the system. So what happens is it displays your different campaigns. Any one of these thumbnails, you can click on it, and by doing that, it's going to launch the actual campaign for you to view. You can simply close down that window. It actually launched that into a new window. And then if you want, you can see the campaign name here, but there's different features here that you can do with that campaign. So each one of these have their own drop-down box, and inside that drop-down box you can do things like edit a campaign, delete a campaign, set up a domain name for the campaign. You can go ahead and promote that campaign. You can view your analytics, a lead tracker. You can create banner ads. All of this is relevant to this one campaign, so this is associated with this campaign. Down here, this one is associated with this campaign, and all you do is select the option and hit the submit button, and it takes you to that area. Now right below that, it's going to show you what type of campaign you're running. You're going to notice here there's an e-commerce and lead gen hybrid. Each type of campaign, there's different types. You're either going to generate a lead, or you're going to sell a product, or you're going to generate a lead and then forward them to a sales page to buy that product. So there's some different techniques in there that you'll learn about, but this is what shows you what type of campaign it is. And this right here is a quick snapshot of how many leads that campaign has generated. Directly below that's what's called a campaign duplication key that we'll talk about in a future video. It basically gives you a key that you can duplicate this campaign very easily with the click of a button. And there's reasons for doing that you'll learn in some future videos as well. And then there's an area that says domain name. Each one of your landing page comes with a default domain name, and I'll scroll down so you can see this. In this example, it's in a subdirectory of add to action. This is my username. So if my username was money, it would be m/money and then my campaign ID. Now we give you a URL that you can use for your own marketing, and it's similar to that. Or if you want, you can actually set up your own domain name, and that would be your own www.yourname.com. And we'll get into a video that explains how to do that as well in this video series. It also shows you the last time it was updated. Now up at the top here, you're going to see a bar that goes across and it says 25% campaign completeness. If you click on that, it tells you exactly what's left to be done on this campaign. And sometimes people get confused about this because they think that they have to have that campaign be 100% before they actually launch it, and that's not at all the case. This is just a recommended list that we give you to complete. For instance, setting up your domain name, autoresponders, click here to set a phone number to receive leads if you want lead notification, and we'll talk about all these in these videos as well, and you can mark these by clicking on them complete or not. So that basically shows you a quick snapshot of the campaigns that you have pretty much done the minor elements on to make sure that they're effective out there being marketed. So that's the actual campaign area. Over to the right here, you're going to see a neat little chart, and you're probably wondering what all those numbers are. Well, this actually represents the number of leads that come in any given month. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June. And the reason it shows it annually is because at different times you might run campaigns that are more effective some months than others, and you may look back on your history and go, wow, what was I doing back in April and May that I had so many leads coming in? And you can reflect back and you can plan for the future. So it's nice having a snapshot telling you where you've been and where you're going. Kind of a nice addition there. Right above that, this shows you your total leads that you've taken in your system, and you can click on that right there and it'll actually take you to the lead area. Directly below that, oops, I actually clicked on it there. Directly below that is the product intro training area. This is a very cool module that you can walk through, and it's going to actually take you through a series of training videos, and it has a Q&A, which means basically you watch the video, then you answer the questions, and if you answer them correctly, then it goes on to Class 2, Class 3, Class 4, Class 5, and Class 6. At the very end of Class 6, it prints out a really nice certificate for you that says that you've completed this course. And over the upcoming months and years, we're going to be developing out some great curriculum on online marketing, and you'll be able to certify yourself in those courses. And there's some neat things for the certification that you'll learn about down the road as well. But that is available to you to start learning and get involved with. Now, oftentimes you may jump in here and you may get stuck, or you may need a little bit of help. And there's actually a great resource for help, and if you go up here by your logout button, there's an area called Your Account and Help, and by clicking on that right there, it takes you right into a help area. And this help area, it's your client area. This is basically where all your information is stored. You have announcements, knowledge base, support tickets, and any downloads we might offer. And so our knowledge base, for some of you that may not be familiar with this term, it's an area where you can go inside and just read about the system, get answers to your questions. For instance, if I have a question on domain names, I can click on domain name related, and it's going to show me all the different ones, how to point an existing domain name to my landing page, and then I click on that, and then I have one-on-one GoDaddy instructions and so forth. And then of course you can see what products you have, any invoices, and if you just can't find your answer in here, you can click right here that says My Support Tickets, and by doing that, there's an actual button here called Submit Ticket. All you do is click on that, and you fill out the form, select General Support, fill out the form, and let us know what you're having problems with. A couple of things on here you'll want to make sure you do is put your username in, And then if you have your link to your page that you're working on, put it here. Duplication keys are always helpful because we can log in and try to duplicate the problem if you're having one. And then any domain names you registered and any attachments you want to do. When you submit that, that goes into our lead system and it's queued up for support. And the quicker you get it in there, the quicker it's going to get answered. And it's answered in the order received. So usually the turnaround time on tickets is anywhere from 15 minutes to 24 hours. They're pretty quick on it. As a matter of fact, this is the fastest way to get answers to your questions versus calling in or emailing. So I'm going to stop there for now, and then we're going to jump into some future videos. It's going to discuss the back office and get into some of the other details of it.